Let's create our own e-commerce experience. So what we'll do today is we'll walk through the tooling. What we'll do is we'll update the menu area, we'll update the content. Obviously, we're going to update the logo. We can also update some products. We can create 5,000 to 10,000 products, or we can download those products from an API. So we can connect to an API, incorporate those products, or we can create them ourselves. When we're done with these data changes, all we have to do simply is submit those changes to the Synapse chain. So today we'll do that, and we'll see the site being generated for us. We'll have our own e-commerce website. Based on what we want to innovate, on what we want to change, we can have a whole site generated for us. So you ready? Let's do this.
And let's just quickly review what we have. So the menu, so that's a pop-it experience. Within that pop-it experience, we can control what lists in the columns. We also have a store mapping capability. As you can see, there's only one store listed, but we can have thousands of stores listed here, all map friendly. As well, we have a shopping experience, which we call a browse. We have a browse and search. So let's do a search. We can search for, let's see, schema. And you can see when you search for any word, it instantly pops out your results. And we can see results popping out for content. We can see results popping out for the products. And let's check out if there's any streams we can have pop out. So let's put in solutions, and we can see results pop out for solutions as well. What's nice here is you can see the total number of searches, even though you only show a portion. You'll see the total number in each of the searches. This is a very data-friendly experience. It's very nice. So here we'll pop into the product page, and as you can see, just what you generally see with a product page, you have variations, options to add to cart, and you have a section that shows attributes, listings, and recently viewed, all those things. What's nice about the footer as well is you can control anything that lists in your footer, and some Twitter handles, etc. that could list here. We're going to change all of that today, and then we're going to submit this to to have our own site created, which is going to be nice. So at the bottom of the page, the very bottom, usually where you see the copyright of your websites, right by that is a link, the admin portal. So you just click admin portal. When you click that, what pops up is pretty much all of the data in the website. This is everything that has to do with anything that you see in your experience. Let's just quickly click data summary. And as you can see in the data summary, this lists a summary of all of your data, just descriptions of each of these data points, and a total number of entries for each of these data points. So this is quite unique and novel. You don't see this in any website. You're not able to usually see in a website what is the data driving the website and what is the total number of entries per data set, and all of it collapsed and summarized for you in one place. On top of that, what else is novel is you're able to see all of the data that's impacting this experience, that's relevant to the experience. And it might seem like a lot right now. It might seem like there's a lot of different data points going on, but at the same time, this is generally what makes up a website. So let's change some of this data. So let's start with the site content. Under the site content, so this is content that impacts high-level site experience. Let's just go ahead and change the company logo. So I'm just going to grab a logo here, and we're just going to simply put it into, I just put in any URL here that represents a pointer to an image, a URL to an image. As soon as I update this information, you're going to see instantly that this logo up at the top left will update. So I'm going to click update. See, I have my mouse over the button update. I'm going to click it. As soon as I click it, instant. Watch. Update. Instant. So you see how easy it is to update the experience. You need that quick, instantaneous experience to show what's relevant to what you're changing. This allows you to really innovate. If you have that feedback, if you have such instantaneous feedback, you are on track to innovate. Our stagnation of innovation is because everything's so complicated. Nobody can really get a foothold on just moving forward. There's just so many stop points and wait points, and there's like 100 things going on, and they're all going on in the background, and you have to wait. What else would we like to update? Well, right away, this menu experience, if we can change this, that would be wonderful. So let's take out donate. Let's just take out this particular menu item. So let's go to the navigation menu, and you can see the navigation you see up here is listed in this box. So you have solutions, which is listed, learn as a menu item, design, support, and donate. So we're just going to go ahead and remove donate. So all we have to do is click donate and then hit delete. And as soon as we hit delete, donate's going to remove. Okay, so I just clicked delete. Donate's gone. So you see again, this is what we need for innovation. We need this type of experience. So let's actually remove one more. Let's go back to navigation menu and let's remove learn. I mean, obviously we like to learn, but just for this example, let's just delete this. So we're going to delete learn just to show in the middle of a menu we can remove something. So we'll hit that delete. I just click delete and learn is gone. See, there's no more learn. There's only 3 menu items. Well, this kind of sucks. So let's add another one. So to add something, obviously we hit this plus sign. That's positive, plus, let's add. So we're going to add a new menu item. And we're going to call this new menu item, new menu. Let's have some fun. Oh, so these are columns. So you have column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. That corresponds to the columns you see in the pop-out. See, there's 4 columns. So we want to list some content in this pop-down. So for column 1, let's go with the content call to action. And we'll bring learn back. So let's get the learn back. We'll bring that content section back. And let's have an alternative listing underneath, which will be support. So that'll be nice. Have 2 content listings. For column 2, let's have a featured item. And let's select one of our existing heroes. We're going to add a new hero. But let's add one of our existing. And knowledge transfer. Column 3. Let's see here. Let's streams. So streams is interesting. Streams, you basically can just title your own section title, and let's bring donate back within this section, and we'll just select the donate stream set, and we'll just have one section title just to be simple. And column 4, should we add a column 4? Let's go back to featured and let's collaborate. It's a big one. Okay, so we've populated our experience with some data for the navigation menu, and we're calling it new menu. As soon as I click create, you're going to see new menu pop up. Are you ready? Okay, so we're going to click create here, this button create, and new menu pops up. So let's hover over new menu. And you can see first column learn, support, remember we added that. Second column we put in what is known as a featured item, and this is reinforcing knowledge transfer. We can actually jump out of it, like let's go into donate. We can actually click into or out of the menu into those listing items. So now we just change the menu, we change the logo. Let's go to back to our admin portal. What we should do whenever we make changes is we download the change. So we're on synapsechain.com. So we know that this site is dedicated to innovation and data exposure and exposure to tech, real tech that we want. So we know that when we download this, it's going to be fine. I'll show you how you can validate this, but this download here will download basically the data. It's just a simple text data file. So we're going to click download just to keep a copy of it. And as you can see, the Synapse Chain has provided us with our data set. Now, later in another video, we'll upload. What we can do actually is open up that file. It's just a text file. Whenever you open a file, by the way, don't click this file directly, and don't open it up in any program except just a normal notepad or text file. You open it up in a text file, you review what's in the file, and then you'll know that when it's just text only and it's not an executable or whatever, then you're fine. Just a side note there. So we'll open the text file. We can change the text directly in the text file. We can use this portal. We can change the text directly in the file. And then when we upload, this experience will change. And we talked about Synapse Chain and how we can mediate communication between cells. And so this upload will allow us to upload in any hosting of a Synapse. We can also pass this to somebody else. They can upload it, and then their experience will automatically change. We'll do that in another video. And one thing I wanted to talk about with Generate Site, when we're done, as you can see, there's something going on here. We can easily say, we like this site as it is. Let's generate our own URL. Let's generate our own URL that we can share with others so they can see our changes and they can be impressed to see that these changes represent our innovation, our own URL. What you do to generate a site, you simply click Generate Site. What that does is it begins the process to enable Synapse Chain to generate the site. And what it did when we clicked the button is it passed that into a product that added to the cart. So from here, it's just a generic e-commerce checkout. I have my cart with the Generate Site, and then here I can check out. So as you can see, I already have some information set up. When I submit this order, my email here will receive that generated site URL. I just picked the headquarters for Comculate as the store, the pickup store. We're going to continue to check out. And here we have, what we have is a redirect to PayPal. This is very important for PCI purposes and for capture of payment. We don't want Synapse Chain to capture any payment. We want that payment to only be captured in PayPal, and only in PayPal do we track the payment and send and interact with any customer with the relevant information they need for their own site. So Synapse Chain does not collect data. There's actually no data being collected with regards to any of this payment information. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to go into PayPal. So that was just a pop-up. I'm just going to process the payment on my own. So once this gets approved, we're going to see a thank you page. Okay, so here's my thank you page, and a block has been created. This is based on the blockchain methodology, but it's just used a different way. So we're not interested in anything to do with a currency. To me, a currency is a lockdown behavior, and there's no opportunity to innovate within the realm of a currency. I mean, you can create as many currencies as you want, but they're all the same. It's just an exchange of value from one representation to another. So there's nothing really to innovate as far as a currency goes, but we're using blockchain concept for something that we can be innovative with, and that is in a Synapse context to mediate information between two nodes or two hosts or two systems or two people. So we've generated a block here. We're going to wait for the payment to process, and then we can just bring up that experience. So I went ahead and I opened up a new browser, not associated with this browser. I just opened a new instance, and as you can see, all the changes that we made are not there. Basically, we reverted to the original Synapse Chain site, and so our changes are lost. And this is good because what we want to do is experience what other people will see. So anybody else visiting the site will obviously see this experience. So now that the payment's been accepted and we received our email with the URL, we're going to paste that in. And essentially that block that we received, that block is now part of the URL. This makes this URL unique. So if you receive this email with this URL, this is now your URL. And this URL is, what it does is it basically will incorporate the data you've submitted, the changes you've submitted. So let's click that and watch what happens. So as soon as we click that, did you see the logo changed and the menu changed? So everything that we submitted as far as our site's concerned, it's not only did we receive a site URL, which is unique, but we've also have been able to reflect all of our changes. So everything here can change. All the data, you can have 5,000, 10,000 products in here. You can have a new logo. You can have a full new set of content, everything. The idea here is you have a low cost to change your data. So your focus is on making sure you have all your data changed. And then when that is all said and done, then you submit the change. Now, how would Synapse Chain, or how would Comculate, who has generated this solution, make money? Well, if you put high investment in your time into innovating, for you, the cost is low to process this. So we don't make money. So it's actually, we're breaking a little less than even, but that's fine. The more the lazier you get, the more changes you'll need to make, and then every change you pay that consistent price. So you just make sure you get the changes in right. Well, what's another strategy then, so that you don't always have to manually change the data? Well, we do also have an API. If you have a data set out there and that is already changing for you, well, we can reach out to that data set and we can pull that data without any cost. It's actually part of the solution. So I'll just jump on that really quick to show you. So under the settings, we have a number of APIs. We can do inventory snapshots, we can do item masters, and we can call the item master. We can actually submit an order to your backend so that you don't need to go through PayPal. We can just submit the order to your backend, and then your backend can take over and do payments and order management. So we have a number of APIs that you can actually use as part of your initial site generation. You could end up paying $5 and then that's all you need. And you're able to move forward, and you can just integrate with your existing systems. It costs $5 ultimately to just get this site up and running and going and updating on its own. So we think about all of the possible entry points and usages of Synapse Chain. We've thought through all of these entry points. We feel that we have a lot of areas covered. to make it cost effective for everybody. That's the only way to move into the future, is to enable everybody. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll have some more videos coming out. Have a great day.